everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I will be playing a game called Asphodelium. I think that's how you pronounce. So basically the synopsis is a melancholic slice of life boys love visual novel about your past confronting you. So basically this game is a psychological horror. That's why I want to cover this. And I didn't expect it was a boys love visual novel though. So yeah. And it is 2D. Well, it is visual novel, so I rarely play the visual novel, but I would love to play more on it though. Especially boys love, girls love kind of thing. And also I heard there's also like a non-dating visual novel, which really interesting though. But yeah, there are also other visual novel genre like psychological horror. So that's what I want to test out on playing this game. So without further ado, let's try the game out, guys. So basically this game is not yet oh wait, it is currently out already, the game. Do check it out. I will be putting both the demo and the full game link down the description below. So basically I'm not sure if there's other website, but I know the game is basically released on Steam right now. So yeah, without further ado, let's try it, guys. Mm. That night, the sky was completely cloudy. Eh? No star peering down. No gleam from the moon. Only the snow witnessed us. Only the snow watching us. Eh? As I kill him. Okay, didn't expect that word to come out from the screen. Oh, is there an autoplay down here? Chapter 1 meeting. Ooh. But yeah, if you guys want to try out before the buying the full version, why not do try the demo? Ah, morning already. Hey, there is a auto here. Save. Oh, the save. Oh, yeah, I know there's some visual novel that does this. How many save files is this? Wait, is this pages? Oh wow, there's so much. Oh my god. Okay, this is auto. Oh, this is great. Then, um, there's save setting hide. It's hide. Oh, the set the background. Okay, back is. Oh, you can basically. Oh, okay. Oh, I can skip it too, but nah. Okay, let's start it from. But that's great that they included the preview back button. Oh, morning already. What did you call the auto works? I groan, rubbing my string now. My mattress feels too hard and my pillow feels too soft now. Every morning is like I wake up to something else being sore. Um. Oh, light calls in through my window as if to check that I'm still alive. As high as the sunlight looks in the sky, I must have slept most of the morning. Why didn't Charlotte wake me? No, the better question is how I didn't hear them. I know why they didn't wake me up. It's not often Charlotte comes in here to get me up since her moving around but the flat is usually enough to wake me up anyway. And well, am an adult. So it's a pain to sleep in so late. Did they eat breakfast without me too? Hell, they're probably already preparing lunch by now. Ugh. As a few more moments of staring at the ceiling, I sink out of bed. My feet hit the cold wooden floor, sending a jolt through me that helps wake me up some more. I stare at the clothes, stare about. It should be so easy to just fold the damn clothes. Just pick up a pair of pants, fold them in half, and then fold the legs. It's so easy, and yet I'm just stare there. I just sit there and stare at them instead. Yeah, it's good that Charlotte didn't come in here. She's been so impatient with me already, helping me with laundry and cooking and cleaning. I want to help her with it. I want to thank her, but wherever I get the chance, the words never come to me. Only shame. I really like how it takes you about 1 to 2 minutes for you to read. I find a pair of clothes that's not completely wrinkles and try it on before. Oh, okay, never mind. A car drift floor down the hallway make me shiver. Every one of my step causes the floorboard to creak. I pause for a moment and just listen. It's so quiet in here. The only sound I can hear is from people walking outside. Where is everyone? Brian spent the night last night, but it's probably already lunchtime, so I shouldn't be surprised they already left again for work. Their schedule is about as messy as it could be, but they seem to like it well enough. It keeps their mind busy at least. I don't think something like that would work for me. Rather than the smell of lunch cooking coming from the kitchen, there's just a stillness in the air. My stomach rumbled. I didn't eat much last night, and now there's no food waiting for me. Damn, I really am devolving into a kid again. It's pretty clear Charlotte is in here, with her door left ajar and the light turned off. She probably went to town while I was asleep. Maybe she met up with Alex or a friend. It's good for her to get out of the house. I open up the refrigerator. Have eaten sausage, some greens, and a couple of eggs. I'm barely be enough for lunch, much less dinner tonight for us. I close it back. The bread box proves more fruitful. We have a loaf left in it. I take a slice and call it a meal. She'll most likely pick up some food for us today. I need to pay her back, literally. I cannot let her keep using her own money to feed both of us. None of my typical clients have said they have any work for me the past couple of weeks. I could loiter around the bars and ask around if anyone needs a handyman or help with something, but it feels more like wasting time than anything. Open up the closet to see what we have got in here. Some hammer and a tool belt for handiwork, a shovel for yard work, and a few boxes with different sewing kits and such. I have never been good with that kind of craft, so I leave it for Charlotte who seemed to enjoy it. However, there is also a violin. A dusty violin case sits tucked away on one of the shelves, almost as if it were trying to hide from views. I lug it out and lay it on the table. The case pops open with a shock clang. The inside haven't been seen the light of day in months. Its slender frame is well worn from use and travel. Back when I carry it with me religiously, unconsciously, I take the clothes inside the case and clean it. I check the string to make sure they're still strung well enough to play strumming a few of them. It still looks beautiful. There's something about it today. This will do. I take the violin case and head out the door, locking it behind me. The town is as lively as ever, bustling with people in every direction. The sun has above the square, doing little to help with the fragile temperature. Most people don't seem to care though, as they continue on their way. I take a seat on the edge of the town square fountain and watch for a few moments. A mother and father hold their children, a child, hands as they gush about a stage play they just saw. A young woman carried a bag of groceries, paying more attention to her coat than where she was walking. An old man hauled several boxes from one storefront to another. Everywhere around me, people are off minding their own business. I rest the volume against my chin, so I will make some background music for them. Even now, it's second nature for me. Do not come out on their own, spring to life. They lean off of the stream, doing a small swerve in the air before dancing away. As more of the nuts flying away, they attract people's attention. Tell me, a small crowd begins to gather as I play. Music involves with magic. It's a novelty to the upper class, but a rare treat for commoners and townsfolk. The magic is powerful enough to upturn even the deepest score in a small spa, though I didn't mean for it to come out that strong. Playing the violin is music muscle for me, but had becoming rusty on getting how much magic is appropriate. The magic for this okay. More more notes of the sonata praise are fading away into the chilling air. The growing crowd applauds. It didn't take long for the bottom of my violin case to be covered with coins. Playing music is about the easiest thing I could do for money. I found a nice seat in the square, strum on the string for an hour, and call it a day. I haven't need to read sheet music in years, and it never takes long to fill up my carrying case with coins. Oh, they're really talented artists. Physically, it's always been easy. My violin feels like a second part of me. I don't have to think much to play it anymore, which allow my mind to wander. So yeah, there are a talented musician. The last time I played this piece was on a cliff overlooking a smoldering village. Ash clashed overhead for days, raining snowed down everywhere we stepped. The strong scent of charcoal, wood, and meat permeated the air. We were too late to help them. All I could do is hope for few notes could put what remained of them to rest. It was beyond feeling useless. Useless would have felt like if I walked up to the fight with only my violin and no magic. What I have felt for the first time in my life that day was true hopelessness. To have despair gone on my inside, leaving me empty, the notes pressed around my head, swirling around in an almost dizzying passion. I realized that people had begun to pay more attention to the note rather than the music and readjust myself, focusing back on what I'm playing. Physically, playing the violin will always be the easiest option. Mentally, though, phew, I sighed. I'm thankful I'm not rusty, or else I really be subconscious. Charlotte will be happy to see me playing again, even if it's only a one-off thing. Maybe I will ever see her while out here too. A group of kids has started dancing in front of me, spying on by the background music, even without me playing. They continue on, side by side, hand in hand. They keep laughing. A small smile creeps up on my face. Beyond them is the sea of citizen and visitor. Many are bounding up, bracing for the next cold wave to hit town tonight. Just as I tuck my scarf, a white speck floats down in front of me, and then another. Oh, it's snow. A milk gray cloud hangs perfectly overhead, sparkling snow over the square. Not my ideal weather for playing outside, but it has to do for a bit longer. I steady my voice against my chin again, but my eyes see something they shouldn't have. Hmm, what happened? A man stands in the crowd on overlooker, some feet away. People haven't paid him much attention as they are more interested in my music, but I notice him. Amidst the crowd, he stuck out. his hair disheveled and his clothes well worn from travels. Even his boots are scuffed and oversizing. Scratched up canvas toe cling to his side despite this distance. I can feel his piercing eyes staring me down. It's a glimmering of something I shouldn't see. Not because it's illegal, but because I couldn't have seen it. I cannot be seeing him right now because he cannot be standing there in the crowd. You mean that he's gone? Is that what you say? The man that betrays me when I felt closest to him. The man that tried to destroy the world months ago. Oh, okay. The man that I killed. Ah, makes sense now. My volume ball hit the ground, snapping me out of my stop door. Stop door? I unconsciously turned to pick it up without even thinking of maintaining eye contact with the man. No, the ghost. I'm seeing things. I barely left the flat all week. This is the karma I get for being a shut-in. The karma for killing him. My finger wraps around the ball, but I don't lean back up. A cold breeze hits my back, sending a big chill down my spine. I'm sweating. I don't know why I'm seeing him now of all things. It was months ago. If I were going to hallucinate about him, would it have started sooner? But it has to be a hallucination. Or someone who just happened to have a similar shade of hair, similar body type, similar hair structure. It has to be. I stabbed him. I left him die in my arms. I buried him. If it's not, then oh oh, this is a choice. Oh, okay. I was like, there's so many dialogue, and I feel like there's no choice here, or like an illustration, so and such. So I was like, okay, there is one. Six, sit back up. The crowd start picking up. My mind goes blank, so I let my body go into autopilot. With my bow in hand, I sit back up and face the crowd. He's still there, watching. A moment passes, and then another. He's still watching. The piece is what I play at his funeral. A time only for the by the four of us. A requiem intent for a distraught soul that meets special body and not further, but more like a snow ballet rather than an angelic dance like before. When I close my eyes, I can still make out the dirt. It took us an hour to dig a hole big enough and deep enough for him. An hour of thrusting a shovel into a hardened snow-lashed ground. Wait, and let me check the music. Ah, I feel like quite a bit low. An hour of guessing how big a hole needed to be for a body. An hour of verifying the moment I thrust my knife into his chest. His scalp had already started rigor mortis by the time we were ready. The breath from this morning rised up in my throat. I swallowed hard to keep it down. If I open my mouth, I'm sure it will come out. It's loud, but the music is loud, but it's still okay though. The ground began to be covered in snow. Most of it stuck in place. Of course, it was snow today. The last few notes of the requiem clenched together before drifting apart, falling among the snowflake. The crowd applauds, including him. I cannot stay here, not with a ghost watching me. I start putting away my violin to the dismay of the onlookers. There's some mumbling of disappointment, but they soon disappear back to what they were doing beforehand. I don't care. I stand up, dust the snow off of me, and turn to leave. Don't look back. The more I acknowledge my delusion, the worse it will get. Don't think about it. Don't. Someone grabs my wrist. Their hand, their hand was wrapped from my wrist, firm enough to stop me, but soft enough to be able to shut off. I can feel their finger on top of my jacket. I am afraid to turn around. We both stand there in silence. A long inhale. My heart races. Hansel. His voice. Is his voice. My inside flip out. My inside flip over. My mind goes numb. I could never forget his voice. How my name sounded on his lips. There's no magic in the world that could recreate that so perfectly, much less bringing someone back. Ooh, someone's in love. Who is this? What is this? I swallow, then inhale, and then I turn. The man stared at me, his eyebrow particularly upturned in a corner manner. Up close, it's much more apparent how disheveled he is. His hair is flying, and all of his clothes have particularly dry dirt on them. His eyes, though, they're a light kind of gray, the kind that lack a strong color to them but make up for it in intensity, an unusual shade of gray that reminds you of afternoon storms, of light rain, of fog on a steamy morning. People call him cursed because of his eyes. Eyes are the window to the soul, a task he had none. The man in front of me is a mask. He's clearly homeless. His hair is much longer and much messier than his. He only said one word, unlike his talkative nature. But the man in front of me is him. I can feel it in my bones, in my heart, in my soul. I know it's him. Just like how I know the sky is blue without checking or that there's dirt underneath all that cobblestone, even though I cannot see it. I know it's him, but I cannot find any word to say to him. Hazel. My name drips out of his mouth, slowly and carefully. It knocks the wind out of me to see him saying it. Whatever words I had tried to form are lost. I'm sorry. I have scared you. I realize my face is construct somewhere between horror and disbelief. I glance away, but it's hard to completely wipe the fear away. It really is his voice. I had spent the past few months thinking about what I have said to you when I finally found you, but I have come up with nothing. I'm not him. My head feels like a man who looks just like him, talks just like him, and knows my name. Say he isn't him. Of course he isn't. He's dead. So, who are you? He let go of my wrist and shifted uncomfortably. Well, wow. I really have nothing to show for myself despite thinking about it for so long. Haha. I feel nosy onlooker had begun staring. Can we go somewhere else to talk? Somewhere a tad more private? Except ask for more detail on front. If he's not him, then who the hell is he? I don't want to continue making a scene here, but I need to know now. Who are you? I'll not leave until you tell me that. Well, a pitiful look falls upon his face. His voice becomes a tingle smaller. To be honest, I'm not quite sure myself. I have had months to compliment it, but I'm still not fully sure who or what I am. I can try to explain more though. I'll tell you what I can. Just, can we get out of the middle of the square? I don't want this stranger to know where I live just yet, but I also don't want to keep making scene here. Several people keep staring at us, wondering what the outburst was about and why I was so quick to leave. A private alley should be the safer path. Alright, let's go down the side alley on the next street. Ah, that'd be good. He smiled almost childishly, but his eyebrow remained unturned. I don't know what to make of his attitude. I just know I cannot trust him just yet. No, I don't want to trust him just yet. I don't want to face reality. There's no way he could be him, right? I take him to the side alley off of the square that mostly just used as a back door for the restaurant and shop there. Here, there won't be many people passing through here. I look back at the man behind me. Outrightly, he looks curious and mildly amused, but the rest of his body language betrayed him. His hand feverishly fiddled with his jacket cuffs, and his eye cannot stay centered or anything. I don't remember him ever getting so obviously nervous. Stop talking. Yes, well, it's really hard for me to hide my appearance or my voice. To put it simple, I believe I am him, and I'm not him. So you are actually him in some way? Yes and no. My name is Asta. A few months ago, I woke up several towns away. I have no memory of my own except my name, but I have his memory. At first I thought they were my own, but I realized something was wrong. In my memories, I died. They were my memories, but I haven't lived them. Someone else had. He had. I don't have all of his memory though, only a handful. I won't call it a scrapbook of highlights, but I know a lot of what happened to him. There was one person I keep seeing over and over in my dreams, and that was you. I knew I had to find you no matter what. It took me a few months, but I'm here now. He grinned at me. The gesture feels genuine, but somehow off. He never acted like that. This isn't him. This is some stranger who looks like him and has his memory. How? How what? You say you woke up only knowing your name, right? So when he died, you gained his memory to place of your own? Right. How do you look like him? That's the part I believe. To some degree I am him. I just don't have his memory. I have a version of his body. A copy of his voice. My hair gets tangling the same way he would. My cough is the same pitch as him. My eyes are the same troublesome gray as him. How? Is that a copy or a doppelganger though? Like, this is his that Asta is the real person, right? The real one who owned that body, but the fake one is real. Sometimes when it comes to like someone a copy of the previous owner one, those kind of tropes or plot story is kind of confusing sometimes. It makes you curious, like how the story goes. If to someone that you trusted, you bond with, act so differently that's not that person though. I think it's very common for those who has amnesia or coma that tend to forget everything about their lives. So makes sense that it's like that. It's still confusing, this kind of tropes though. This is how I was born, you could say. Born? Do you know what the sun mourners were researching? Hearing that name again frees me in places. Sun mourners, his family, they were a doomsday cult hell-bent on bringing about the end of the world through the idea that they must destroy the sun and the world then be reincarnate. A group that thrived on using uncertainty to gain member and fear to insulate them. A group I thought he had escaped, but it came back to hunt him in the end. A shudder rolls through me. I have hoped I never had to think of them again. They were heavily into studying reincarnation. But I didn't think he actually believed any of that. That didn't make him any less of a subject. I think somehow his family was right. The incarnation and reviving the dead isn't as far off a theory as people believe, but somehow they still ended up far off the mark with me. You think his family created you? Maybe. And now he's not sure. Is he being caught? Or does he really not have a solid idea on what he is? His family is all either dead or in prison, though they could have done whatever that would take. You don't think so, huh? Well, that was my only guess. Haha. If you partially him, then where did your name come from? He pauses, surprised by the question. It's my name. How do you know your name is yours? I pick it out. Alright, by comparison, I just know. I've always known it's my name. So, do you believe me so far? It's hard to disagree with him just based on his look alone. His body is definitely the same, or at least a vision of him. Has he about taken less care of it? He haven't told me anything. I think it's an outright lie. Either I don't think he's lying about not fully understanding himself, but that leaves me with one question. Why? Why did you come? Why did you come find me? The word escaped me. It has some of his memory, but he would have reached out to me if he knew who killed him. Is this him trying to get payback where he will betray us again? I don't have the courage to say anything more. I saw a lot of his memory, and I know a lot about what happened between you two, but there's also a lot I don't know about. So, as my own decision, I want to stay here for a while. As your own decision? Yes, please treat us as separate beings. But isn't it all Asta? Wait, isn't it all Asta supposed to be like gone? Even though his memory is still there, the new Asta should be only one body, right? So, yeah, this trip is really confusing me a lot. I understand if there's like a body who has two souls in it, but this is only one soul. Only one return, like one new soul has all soul memory though. That's the thing. Yeah, this trip is really still confusing me though. Even without memories of my own, a face of my own, I want to make my own decision. I want to make my own memories. And I want to do that with you and the guild. I didn't establish a guild. He did. I want to make friends with everyone on my own terms. A lump groans in my throat. Our guild has basically disbanded after we killed our first leader, but he doesn't seem to know that. So please, let me stay here, at least for a while. I look up at him, with his eyebrows slightly upturned, his eyes brimming with hope. Just seeing his face made me torn between throwing up and wrapping my arms around him. Someone running around with his face, though. It could create a lot of problems if anyone notices a dead man is walking around. There's something else too. I want to watch him for a while, even if it hurts. See how he acts, watch what he does. Who is he, really? But why does he exist? Alright, you can stay with me. Really? Thank you. Asta does a small jump and skip, grinning ear to ear. The scene almost looked ridiculous. Cyrus was such a self-confident, aloof guy. Anything he did, joke or not, has an undercurrent of pride and self-reassurance. Meanwhile, this guy... What did I get myself into? Chapter 2, home. Oh, this is a long story, okay? Against my better judgment, I led Cyrus' doppelganger to my flat. We went through the town, which proves to be a challenge in itself. I had to stop and drag him along every few steps. There were easier paths to take without so many people, but there's something I want to test. I just had to be sure of something. I stopped at one of the booths and take a look at what they have. It's a wide variety of peppers and spices, stuff that Charlotte would like to look at. Arthur stopped and take a look for himself. Looking for something? I don't say anything. He leaned closer, looked at my face to see if I heard him. I pretend to be more interested in the paper. Before I take him to my house, I had to know if other people can see him. We caused a scene at the square, but they could have been looking at me in a hurry to leave, and suddenly stopping in the road. I really looked scared out of my mind. It's not out of the question that alone will make people turn their head. I still look a bit confused when I don't answer him. He looked at the table in front of us, picking up one of the bell pepper. Say, Charlotte didn't send you out here for grocery shopping, didn't she? It would make me mentally stumble back, breaking my silence. What make you say that? Oh, is she not here? Wait, you looking at for? I just assume. There's a lot of moving parts here, so I have to take a moment to think about what he said. I never mentioned Charlotte, nor said she lived with me in town, but if he does have Cyrus memories, that is not that far off of an assumption that I'm stuck with the rest of the girls. Oh, wait! The old owner is actually Cyrus' name? Oh, okay. I narrowed my eyes at the white-eyed man in front of me. I cannot help but want to be suspicious of him. But, sirs, do you have something you want? Of course, I forgot the whole reason I brought him to the farmer market, so I won't talk to him. Just look. I take a step back from the booth. As the pull of bell pepper he was holding back, when he does, the farmer eyes him up and down. So basically, the old soul is basically Cyrus. His name is Cyrus, and this one, the new one, this new person who's in the body right now is called himself Astor. Is it? Yeah, it's as I said, these tropes are so confusing now. This plot story is usually so confusing for me. We'll be back later. The man crouched before turning back and sit down, thinking he wasn't going to take a style. I shake my head and walk away. At least I can tell people can see him and I'm not having a full-blown episode. Maybe there's still to come. We make our way past several more booths, all bustling with people pursuing the words. I don't know if I need to be warned of others seeing his face or not. Cyrus has enemies, definitely, but most of them are gone, or in our guild. At least his hair is longer and obscure his future more. Maybe it won't be a problem for now. As to watch a group of kids run around the food store as we walk by. His hair is unkempt, probably from his travel. Thread of his hair stick out from random places. It's rather distracting. Maybe out of habit, maybe out of pity, I reach out up to try to straighten it some. Arthur turns toward me when he sees me move and jump back. I'm sorry. He bounced back on his feet, playing it off. Huh? Do I have something in my hair? You have got a lot of things in your hair. When the last time you brushed it? It cannot be that bad. I run my finger through it when I can. I'll take that as never. Wrong. I brush it whenever I stay somewhere that gives me things like a hairbrush. And how did you afford those places? I didn't. It's called hospitality. People take pity on anemic and teary-eyed looking vagabonds. Where from their travel, they really help you out once you tell them how you were gravely wounded and are on a long journey back home. Some people kindness knows no bound. Oh, so now you just straight up manipulating people and taking advantage of them. He paused, throwing his arm in protest. It's not manipulating. What part of that was a lie? Being gravely injured on your way home. Try not to do it again. You've been gravely injured. I think most people would call being killed a grave injury. None of them asked how you were injured or asked to see it. The words came out of my mouth before I had turned toward them more carefully. I don't want him to accidentally remember who killed him. He squawked at me before shrinking. Shrinking. I told them I was stabbed and it took a while to heal. It just so happened that it healed so well you cannot even tell it happened. He tapped his torso around the area I stabbed him, so he remembered that, but he doesn't remember who did it. It doesn't take us long to reach my flat. The outside has seen better days, with parts of the paneling peeling and the brick strips. The front door is a plain brown that showing its wear. A few pot plants line the window and front door stop. Most people will call it shabby or prince in a pitiful way, but it became my new home over the past few months. It's also rather cheap living, especially for two people. Oh. I still walk around it, curious at every knock and cranking. What's so exciting about the outside? I'm just impressed in general. You have the whole place for yourself now. Wow. Let's get inside and then I explain more. The interior of the flat is cramped and not much better for the wear than the outside. With 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, a small kitchen and a tiny sitting room, every corner of floor space is well used. Oh, that is big! 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, small kitchen. So the bigger room is the bedroom then. I see, that is still good though, not gonna lie. It looks just how I left it an hour or so ago with the lights off and everything. Charlotte isn't home just yet, so we have some time. Some, but probably not much. I dragged Asta to the sitting room, telling him every few steps he can inspect the decor later. Good, I'm glad Charlotte is in here. What do you have done if she was? Push you back upstairs as fast as I could. Now onto the important stuff. How much do you remember our guild? Kicking his feet, a sober, more solemn look washes over him. He established a guild to take out some mourner for good. You were his first recruit. As the sentence are short, almost abruptly, so after a pause, it's clear that where he intends to leave it. How about everyone else? Eventually, 3 others came to join the guild. Charlotte, a female chaperone, an ex-guard, and Alexia, Charlotte's younger brother, and a hunter. Wait, isn't that 4? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's 3. I thought like when they say a hunter, I thought there's going to add another one. So yeah, it's true. Actually, it's a female shark. I see. It's subtle, but he described them more passionately, as if reading from a book rather than counting memories. They came to join the guild rather than he recruit them or meet them or fought with them. Do you remember recruiting them? Not completely, no. I remember the two of us winding up somewhere down south where we meet Charlotte, but that's about it. The rest is easy or not there at all. Like I said, I only have parts of his memory. A lot of parts, but not every detail. I see his life through a somewhat foggy mirror, not a clear puzzle with missing pieces that I can fill in the detail of. Some places on the mirror are cracked, a crack or or condensation is too thick to see on it. He sighed, rubbing the back of his neck. What do you remember about each of them? I remember a handful of our travels. Charles is sweet, Brad is unserious, and Alice is aloof. We traveled together for a couple of years, so I remember some of it. It's not much, but I don't know how a stranger would find this out without stalking each of us for a while. What were the sun mourner after? Or to cure that for good, for everyone. They preached that life was a limitation placed onto us, and it was our destiny to translate it by discovering how to make people come back to life. The goal was to destroy the sun at the end of the ritual, which would kill everyone on Earth, and then everyone would revive if the ritual went correct. But you first stop there. And from there, that was created somehow. This better be. This is better than nothing, I suppose. I still want to learn more about how his memory works. Is he able to gain new memory over time, or maybe through offside simulates? Does his current memory become hazier as time goes on, or clearer? He slumped on in his chair, his gaze slowly sweeping over the room. Do you have anything to tell us? To tell me? Like what? Like what everyone been doing since then? Anything else I should know about? Oh, he's right. It'd be helpful if he weren't completely in the dark about what happened since he died. We found a flat together to live in, but it's mainly just for myself and Charles. Brett and Alison stop by from time to time, but they're busy with their own jobs. Charlotte does odd jobs around town, mostly helping restaurants and bakeries when she can. She could have been a chef at any of the places in town, but she wants to sell goods at her home base at the market here. But had her new job as a ward at children's home, helping kids without parents or separate from their parents, just to life and such. It's a collection of various children's homes across several towns, so they end up traveling a lot. They swing by here usually once every other week or so. Lester went back to his and Charles' home to care for their families. He hunts in their forest for a local butcher and only comes back here when he makes king a haul. We don't see him as often since he stays far away. Further away. Most of the time it's just me, myself and Charles. His eyebrow creates slightly as the whole turn has the wheel turn in his head. And do you like that? What's that supposed to mean? You know, living with someone else. Living with Charlotte. It's better than camping out and basically being homeless. A little palm formed on his face. He turned his head away. I can tell he was trying to get more at do you like living with her, but I dodged the question. Well, we can. I opened my mouth to say something when the front door opened. Anything I plan on saying leaves me imminently as my mind goes blank. Uh, in a panic, I pulled Asta out of, of his chair and pushed him toward the closet. Hazel, are you home? I thought I heard your violin play on the square earlier, but no one was there. They told me someone that looked like you had quickly packed it up and left. Are you feeling okay? Oh, there you are. Charlotte stepped into the sitting room with us. Well, with me. Asa is getting acquainted with the closet. She had her arms wrapped around a wicker basket full of bread and vegetables. More bags are on her shoulder, most likely filled with some meat. Her thick cap trails behind her, giving her a more mature look. Unlike me, her hair is actually rather kept up and shiny from being well cared for. I'm alright. That's alright. Step a step closer, putting her hand up on my forehead. Her cheeks are slightly flustered from the cold outside, a flash of concern crossing her faces as she looks at me. I reach over to her and grab the basket on her arms, whisking it away to the kitchen. I'm fine, just got stage fright. It's been a while since I performed. Hey, don't walk like that. Like what? Let's put this grocery down first. Hazel, so where do you go in town? Do you have lunch with Brent? Despite her protest, I successfully lead her to the kitchen. I begin unpacking what she brought. Defeated, she pushes her jacket away. We were going to, but then Alex told me he was in town, so we met up with him for a while before Ren had to run back to the children's home. So everyone is back in town right now. What are the odds? What Alex being up to? We'll be able to ask him tonight when he comes over for supper. Oh, is he staying the night? Yes, both of them said they would. Oh, Brent's stuff is still in the guest room. Both of them. I hope Alex realizes he'll be on the couch. So they will all be coming over tonight and spend the night. If Asta were in the room, I'd be giving him the side eyes right now. This timing is horrendous. Almost too horrendous. Do I tell her about it now or wait until they're all here? How do I even break it to them? Do I pretend I never saw him this morning and he just happened to find us all? How do you introduce a reanimate, reanimate corpse? Charlotte handed me a fresh baguette to put in our bread container. That's why I picked up some food before coming back. But I feel I didn't get enough. Probably I like to make a stew for dinner and have enough for a leftover. But I might need some more potatoes with it. Alexa likes a lot of potato in his saving. Maybe I'll have enough for tonight. You will just have to get some more from me tonight, okay? My stomach rolls. I have trusted them all through thick and thin, through countless life or death situation, but this, I need to have someone on my side first before someone is here. If I wait until tonight to show him off, it's likely to cause a massive panic. Seeing the man you bury walking right after eating dinner. Oh my god, of course. My throat. Is it that hard of a decision? Uh-huh. He took a step closer to me, looking me up and down. He tossed her out again. I asked if you wanted garlic or honey butter bread. Oh, honey butter is fine. How late did you sleep in this morning? Not too long. I got up and went to the square, didn't I? His continuity doesn't let up for a moment. Did something happen when you were there? It sounds like you left in a hurry. I need to tell her. I have to. I swallowed the frog in my throat back down, clenching the fist to keep my nerves at bay. Yeah, something did happen. I saw someone. Who? It'd be easy to introduce you than to explain it. Introduce me? What? You have gotten that close to someone so quickly? Sure, introduce them to me, whatever. Let's go now. She practically dropped the bell pepper she holding. And now? They're here in the other room. You brought someone home? The sooner I get this over with, the better. I take her back to the sitting room and get her to sit down. After some cutting, she will need to be sitting. The room is quiet. Asta? Asta? There's no response. The only thing we hear is the sound of the grandfather clock. My heart sinks lower with each claw of the horse hovers. Don't tell me. Not no. People at the market, farmer market saw him. People turned their head for him. They walked around him. He was there, and so he is here. Damn it! I marched over to the closet and swung it open only to find empty door. Oh my god, he sleep. Oh, that's so funny. He sleep though. As the serve on the tiny ground in the closet asleep. I have enough of this part. Get out of there! I dragged him out of his jacket collar, letting him split out on the floor at Charlotte's feet. He finally waked up as his knee hit the wooden floor with a sore thumb. But Arthur pushed himself off of the floor and stood up tight. Right. Rubbing around his neck, he looked at me and then at Charlotte. Their eyes both becoming wide upon seeing each other. Charlotte sits back in her chair, angered at the scene, but there's an uncomfortably long moment of silence. It must have only been a few seconds, but it feels painstakingly ring out by the tense in the air. I huff and break the ice. This lad was stalking me in the square. He's opened his mouth to protest, probably the stalking part, but glancing at Charlotte's terrifying face and think again. He said he's not serious, but rather something of a doppelganger. I don't know what to make of it. I'm not a doppelganger. I say it's reincarnation. A doppelganger just means someone who looks like someone else. I'm not calling you a ghost or anything. And besides, I don't fully understand the reincarnation idea. That's implying you have only been alive for a few months at most, right? Or that you are actually him. He folded his arms, looking away. No matter what you try to label the situation, none of them are a fit. Maybe the label is the least I should be worrying about. What? Her voice is small, almost a whisper, like she's afraid someone might overhear. Arthur stand up carefully, dusting his jacket off. My name is Arthur. I'm a doppelganger of Cyrus. I have his look and part of his memories, but I'm not entirely him. Like I told Hazel, I cannot see all of his memories. I know somewhat about the guild and you all, and that's what makes me want to seek you out. I want to make my own memories with his friends, make amends with his previous friends. Please, treat me as if I'm a different version of him. That stand alone, I'm a different person. A different person? Charlotte coughs her mouth. She tries to hide it, but her hand won't stop shaking. He stopped me while I was performing and made me drag him back here. That's not it at all what happened. I was walking through town and I heard a violin, so I wanted to see it. And I happened to find you. Happened to. Yes, have to be a contrarian, don't you? He folded his arm and looked away. The grins in his bow slowly turned from a frown to something more like worry. This is the only thing I have. Even if I cannot stay here, please don't kick me out of town. It's not like we could do that anyway. Charlotte's hand tightens into a shaking face. With first lips, she stands up and approaches him. Magic couldn't recreate this. She peers at his face, looking him over closer. Arthur looked petrified. He doesn't dare move, but looked like he might bolt at any second. Your eyes. Hey, are you feeling well? Arthur joined up as if the question snapped him out of his torpor. Feeling well? There's a dark circle under your eyes. Where have you been sleeping? Oh well. For this last part of my travel, I didn't find many houses, and the one I did see showed me away, so... That's not an answer. And you? She whips around to glare at me. I shook away. How did you miss the bag under his eyes? How clearly ill he is. I give a half-hearted show, but it's hard to answer her when she's so intense. I think he looks pretty good for that guy. The real reason I didn't notice anything was wrong with him is because I was too scared from seeing a walking corpse. Of course, I didn't notice if he was a little worse for wear. He's supposed to be dead. Pretty good with his hair, with his clothes. You're practically tucking in dirt with every step. Can you even see through those bags? Charlotte asked him the question, but immediately turned around, hopping up Trover's left and right. I still started to get nervous. Of course I can. It's just a little longer than I used to. We can fix that. Eh? She turns around, revealing a part of scissor in her hands and a cold look in her eyes. I can fix that. Eh? Hey, I'm fine with this land. Just let me borrow a hairbrush and a bat and I will be fine. Oh, definitely, after it gets a trim. You're not... Hey, Hazel, you're going to say something, aren't you? A little trim won't hurt. We can take a bath after she cuts a little off. How much is a little? Say, won't you sit down for me? To me, how much of glint in her eyes scared him. The thought of disobeying her was out of the question. Asa hesitated step over to where she modeling to. It looks more like a lamb for slaughter. Chin up. Charlotte stepped away at the dead end. She keeps the scissor about an inch away from the tips, leaving just enough room to get the ashes off, and a loud new groan. The trimming falls to the floor around them. I just know I will be forced to sweep them up before company arrive tonight. This is a really long demo though. Snip, snip, snip. A few moments later, she finished cutting and brushing his hair, flipping it up as a large touch. She stand back proud of her handiwork. I don't see any difference of the hair right now changed though. No, you don't look so distorted. Just be sure to clean it good to get out any extra trimming that didn't fall out. Alright, who's next? She turned to me, picking back up the scissors. You don't what? You don't feel good? Because I know you'll need a haircut. She holds up a bit of the tips of my hair to where I can see it. I didn't realize it was past my shoulder now. I'm fine with this long. A year ago, you won't stop complaining once it hit the bottom of your neck. You just haven't wanted to take care of it. Sit down and it will be quick. Like a child who realized he wasn't going to be the only one punished. I stopped smirk and stepped away. I gave her and reluctantly sit down. Snip, snip. I reminded of the last time she cut my hair. We were staying in a far-off town, preparing to meet with their governor. He was hosting a banquet for us, getting rid of the thorn in his side, a sun mourner compound just outside of his jurisdiction. She insists we all look our best before meeting with them, as we would be asking for their help and assist for a long trek. To her, that include hair trims for everyone. As they stand back from us, admiring the most empty shelves lining the sitting room, he doesn't say anything, instead letting the silence be filled with the sound of the scissors. Charlotte then takes the brush and begins slowly brushing through the mess of my hair. There's something calming about it, but I cannot take my eyes off of him. Charlotte seems to have already warmed up enough to him. Maybe she thinks it's actually him. Maybe she's just playing nice. I don't know yet. I just wanted to know what's going through his head. All done. Now, was it that bad? You two act like I'm going to cut you or something. I do still have a head, I guess. I felt like a weight had been left off of me. I didn't trim that much. I was afraid you would make him go bald as penance. I knew I should have been more aware that she have an idea for bareback tonight after I'm asleep. Watch your step and lock the door. Don't encourage him. Tears form around her eyes. She glanced between both of us before quickly turning around to hide her face. Charlotte, I'm fine. Just have got to get any extra plate of food ready for tonight. Get some rest before then. She leaves the room in a hurry, still covering her face as she looks at the ground. You should get a bath and some half-decent sleep before dinner tonight. I'll show you where you can sleep afterward. Our home feels different as I walk through the hall along with a stranger, briefly showing him each room as we pass by. The house is on edge, wondering why I brought him here and what this person will do next. Every step feels risky, every word feels tense. You can use the bath here. It's a bit small, but it does the job. Charlotte has the other bed on the other side of the flat. And here's my room. I left the door open, swing to my bedroom. It's just as I left it on a few hours ago. Goes through hastily with a layer of dust growing on the furniture. I didn't wake up this morning expecting to come home with company. I would have tried cleaning up a little bit if I had known properly. After Esther stepped in, taking notes of everything as if there's much to see. There's a lot he could probably say about the state of the room, but he doesn't. We only have one bedroom, and Brent has already claimed it. Alex will probably sleep on the couch tonight, so at least for a while you're here, you can stay in my room. Really? There's an uptick in his voice. Clearly surprised. It's not exactly how I want things to go either, but unless you want to sleep outside or in the hallway, yes. Tonight we find some blanket and make you a mat on the floor to sleep. For right now, you can sleep in a bed. Should be more comfortable than Grace at least. His Grace manner to the floor before looking back at me. Thank you. I know this. This is all so sudden, but I found a way to repay you all to make amends. For now, though, all I can say is thank you again. Okay, I think this will be the last one before I end the game. Maybe it will lose some of its meaning if I say too much though, so I need to hurry up and be useful. He left to himself. I find it hard to join him, though the small smile creeps up on my lips. Maybe he's here to kill me. That'd be better than him killing everyone else. Maybe he's just waiting to see how far we will go for him before stabbing me while I'm asleep tonight. Every day with you was hell. Alright, let's clean up and then take a nap or something. I just try not to fall asleep in the tub or drown. I don't want to have to explain that. Oh, and you can see if any of my clothes will fit you. I doubt they will, but you never know. Okay, with one last glance back, I'll leave him to it. Is this the last or there's more? Okay, I think I stopped from here though, chapter 3. Yeah, I stopped from here then. Let's go to menu. So basically it is very long for the demo. It's like till chapter 3. I don't know how many chapters will be in the full version, but yeah, the full version is going out, so you guys will check the game if you want to try out a visual novel game. If you really like visual novel, do check this out though. It looks good though, not gonna lie. But I really wish, like, most visual novel doesn't have a voice over there, so I really wish that most visual novel has a voice, like a voice actor to voice this character, so that I don't have to read it. My throat is already feels so dry after reading all the description, the dialogue of the character and such. So yeah, but overall it's a good game, not gonna lie. I'm not sure how. I think you guys can check out the link down description below on the demo and also the full version on how much, because every like region and your country, wherever you are living right now, the price will be varies. So yeah, do check it out though. It's really fun. Not gonna lie. So without further ado, thank you everyone for watching the channel, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.